where did you get these?
I don't know. I didn't put them there.
You know the penalty for possessing drugs?
Good job, she's got that 10% coming in.
I told him that you're full of self-pity. Can't say that I blame you. I'd probably be feeling pretty sorry for myself, too. I mean, after all, what do you have to live for, right?
Excuse me. Don't go too into it, please.
Man.
We already know.
Man. What man are you talking about, Sarah? What happened?
The fear's growing in her. Bleep!
Your aunt's not going to let this rest, you know. She'll go flat out to find how that stuff got in here.
She'll only know if you tell her. But you wouldn't do that.
Blackmail.
You could lose your job. Oh, don't worry, I won't say anything either. I mean, I may need you.
Hello there everyone and welcome to the video. My name's SerenitySoloReacts and here we are with Prisoner Cell Block H episode 18. I hope you're enjoying these weekly episodes. I'm enjoying doing them. I am looking to put a link in the description for Buy Me a Coffee. I don't know if I've done that yet. The reason why you don't have to do it, by the way. I just want to hold my hands up. It's free will. If you don't do it, I'm not judging you or anything like that. I'm not going to force you into it. But I don't think this channel will get monetized. So if you'd like to, then there it'll be. But if not, it's completely fine with me. It honestly is. I love you just as much if you didn't do that, just for supporting me. I honestly do, for watching my videos. Because without you, this would mean nothing. So that poor old lady was left alone again. Well, with a money grabbing, whoever it was, in the, I'm going to say oven. Was it in the oven? Thankfully, in the cupboard. So is she going to get herself put inside to get company? Is she going to get put inside for harbouring criminals? Is she going to find out? I think this is going to be the end of Doreen and Frankie's escape, because the police are going to be swarming on that location now. They're going to be scouring the entire area for them. I don't think they've got no escape. They're going back inside. And I don't think Frankie's going to be very happy when she does. She'll probably trash the place another 100 times. So I don't want any spoilers in the chat, please, though. If I'm wrong, if they're out for a lot longer or anything like that, or if they just flee the country and never seen again, do not spoil anything, please, whether for me or anyone who may not have seen it. I do beg of you. Now, if you have subscribed and followed so far, thank you ever so much. It really does mean a lot, and you are helping me out. You honestly are, no matter if you choose Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee or not. I really, really do love you for watching my content, honestly. And to my Patreon members, it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content straight back to you. Thank you all ever so much. I love you lots no matter what tier you are. So with that, I shall get straight on with the episode. So yes, if this is the first episode, I do highly encourage you to go way back to the beginning. It is a soap, we'll just carry on.
Through to the police. Yes, it's an emergency.
The characters have already been developed, the main ones.
Hello, look, I've got to talk fast. You know.
You'll have to talk faster than that, Trevor.
I wish they'd do a proper preview. I ain't recap. Rather than just the end scene.
You didn't fool me for a minute. I know who you two are. I've seen your photos in the paper. And you're holding my auntie a prisoner in her own home, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. We're holding a prisoner. Think you're clever, don't you?
Yeah. It's dead easy, silly old cow. All we had to do is move in. Nothing she could do about it.
Well, what are you going to do now?
Can't have you two talking to the cops, can I?
Put him in here, Frankie. There's lots of room in here.
See, they should have disconnected the phone. Make it more plausible.
In. One word out of you, Trevor, and they'll be calling you Sally. Better tie the old bat up and gag her.
Feel sorry for her. It's the only company she had.
You are, dear. Oh, and take this too. You'll need it, I should think.
Oh, Miss McBride, you shouldn't.
Don't be stupid. Thanks, Auntie. See you around. Come on, you.
It's been terrific, really.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
See, the neighbours should have a hell of a lot more to do with her. She's old, bless her. Give her some of your time, please.
Oh, come on, Sarah. It'll be fun.
Who the hell are you?
If you're afraid your mother won't let you, just say you're coming over to my place to study.
I can't, Beth. I told you. We're going out tonight.
You can see a movie
Well,
anytime.
they can't be in prison, they're too young.
Bill's party will be fantastic.
I'm not that
His parents
prison.
are away.
No, I have to go out with Mum and Dad.
Have you ever been to a party with boys?
Of course.
Sarah, you're never going to get a boyfriend if you won't go out with them.
I don't want a boyfriend.
I told Bill I'd get some chips and stuff for the party. You want to come?
Have to get home.
Okay. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
Have a good time.
We will.
See you tomorrow.
She's not in it for no reason whatsoever. You get them over? Hello, that looks like a guy.
Hello, Sarah Roberts.
He's not going in.
Yeah.
I'm Jack Harris. I'm at your dad's. Thought it was you, though I haven't seen you since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. Yeah, look, going round to your place for dinner tonight. Did he tell you?
No, we're going out tonight.
Oh, I know. Your dad told me.
I don't know what that
Asked me
echo was.
along. Figures he wouldn't say anything. Probably wants to surprise your mum. Say, you don't mind an old mate of your dad's tagging along, do you?
No.
Good. Well, I'm going to your place now. Would you like a lift?
No, thank you.
Come on, Sarah. I'm not going to bite. Save yourself a walk.
I don't like that
All
music. No, don't. Can't you hear the music? Something's going to happen to her.
Mum?
No. No, I don't think I'll do that.
I thought a body were going to be there then. Has he killed her? He's done some more long-lasting damage. I mean, I know killing's long-lasting because you're dead, but you don't feel anything after that. I'm not saying the word. So was he really a mate of her dad's? I see where this is going, and Mum's going to do something, and Mum's going to get revenge or something. Or she is, and she's going to get tried as an adult.
Did anyone see you?
I told them I was going to see Aunt Erica. They don't suspect a thing.
Good. Well, have you got anything?
I don't know how important this is, but
See?
Monica Ferguson wants me to help her to smuggle a few things into the prison.
What? Do you know?
She wouldn't tell me. She thinks because I'm the governor's niece, I can make a phone call to a friend of hers. All I have to do is tell her to send Moni's special things.
Special things.
That's what she said.
I never heard her say this.
Well, who do you have to call?
I don't know.
Ghostbusters.
She just gave me a number.
Well, I don't like it. We're not supposed to allow prisoners' personal calls. I got caught.
Well, it's up to you, but I thought you wanted to get your own back on Bea and Monica.
Is she smuggling her own things in?
It's almost ready to be checked, Miss Bennett.
That's just about the
Don't you
TV
ever
yet.
feel, well, awful having to read the women's letters?
If you don't like it, you shouldn't work in a prison.
Yeah. See?
Take those to the governor.
Is that Frankie's note? No. Way too big to be Frankie's note.
Be quick about it.
Is There's someone talking that out the window. I really hope you can't hear them.
Hi, Alice. It's Barb. Look, I can't talk too long. I want you to drop in a parcel. Today or tomorrow, as soon as possible. It's all right, you'll get paid for it.
Really can't hear this.
Could you address the parcel to Barbara Davidson? Thanks.
Well,
No worries. It's going to be sent to me.
why?
Oh, Monica thinks my things won't be searched as much as hers.
Oh, look, that's ridiculous. The idea was for me to catch her receiving the parcel.
Well, you'll have to make sure you're here when it arrives. And don't be too thorough. Then wait for me to pass it over to Monica.
She's going to take the bits out for her.
Miss Bennett,
Miss Vernon?
is there any mail for Lynn Warner?
No,
Oh, perhaps if you look.
Could
I
there
don't
be?
need to. No one ever writes to her. I think I know her a little bit better than you do, Miss Vernon.
Oh, really, Miss Bennett?
Look, don't kid yourself. They all think you're soft, a do-gooder. They're only going to use you.
I don't think that even warrants a reply.
Well, look, you're running around after already, aren't you? Coming to see if there's a letter for
It's
her.
her job.
Lynn Warner happens to be in hospital, in case you've forgotten. I thought a letter might help. She's a very sick girl, Miss Bennett.
She's a waste of time.
I think if we could get the committee to agree on holding the fete at the school. Yes, and perhaps an art show. I should be able to raise a few $100. Oh, no,
What's that
Sunday's
clicking?
out for me. I have to do the flowers at the church.
Sounds like someone's on
No,
a
can't
sewing
tonight
machine.
either. We promised Sarah that we'd take her out to dinner and then on to a film.
Don't think she's going
Let's
to be in
get
the
together
mood.
next week. Oh, she's fine. Doing awfully well at school. Right, okay, Mabel. Okay, I'll be in touch. Right, bye now.
What's that clicking? Oh, it's the clock. It's a very fast ticking clock.
Can you remember what time that was? Did she say anything to you? I mean, did she tell you where she was going? All right, Beth, thank you. Sarah?
Hello there. Is something wrong?
Sarah's not home yet.
Yeah. She knows we're going out. Where is she?
I don't know.
Well, have you tried the school? She might have been kept back. Or her friends?
Well, Beth said she left there over an hour ago and that she was coming straight home. Something must have happened to her, Ken.
Ah, look, she probably met up with one of her friends, got sidetracked.
It's not like Sarah. Do you think I ought to call the police?
Ah, don't be silly, love. I tell you what, you go and get ready. Guarantee she'll be back before you're finished.
But if something's happened to her...
Oh, now stop worrying. Look, we'll give her half an hour or so. If she's not home by then, we'll ring the police.
I hope they do get the
I'm
revenge
the
to
regional
kill that
services
guy.
officer from Wentworth
But
Prison.
just hurt him.
I rang through earlier this morning. Is it all right if I see Lynn?
Yes.
Hi. I spoke to your doctor, Lynn. He's worried about you. Seems to think that you don't want to help yourself. I told him that you're full of self-pity. Can't say that I blame you. I'd probably be feeling pretty sorry for myself, too. I mean, after all, what do you have to live for, right?
Excuse me.
Of course, you're only on remand. You haven't even been to trial yet. And there's always the possibility that you'd only have to serve a few more months. But that'd be a lifetime, wouldn't it? And what's the point in hanging around? You might as well end it all. The only thing that I'd be worried about would be hurting my parents. How do you think your parents would feel if you killed yourself, Lynn?
They'd probably be pleased.
No one told them that she's in hospital.
You really think so? You think that they'd be happy to lose their only child? Do you love them? But you don't think that they love you?
Does she know about the coffee tin money?
I've done.
Maybe they're shocked and disappointed, but you only feel like that because you love someone. And that doesn't stop you from loving that person.
You really believe that?
Yes. Have you written to them yet?
What would I say?
You know, it's funny. Out of most of the women that I've seen inside prison, oh, sure, there's always the odd families that turn their backs on them. But usually it's the other way around. I guess that they feel guilty and ashamed. But this is the time when they really need to keep in contact with their families. If you like, I could write to them for you. I'm sure they'll feel better if they heard from you. I've also arranged for you to see a lawyer.
Oh, what good's that gonna do? You heard what that man said?
Yes, well, he's the one who's agreed to defend you.
Well, I don't want him to.
He's one of the best barristers around, Lynn. If anyone can help you, he can.
I don't like him.
You don't have to like him. The important thing is that he's good. You've got to trust me, Lynn. I want to help you.
Why? Why would anyone want to help?
It's my job. And also, I think you deserve another chance in life.
I tried that once, remember?
So try it again.
You made a mistake writing to Doug.
I don't think Doug would want you to throw in the towel.
Moving in with him. Marrying him.
Maybe if I drove around looking for her.
Well, where would you look?
Well, I can't just sit here and do nothing. She could have been in an accident. Anything.
All right, I'll call the police. She's probably quite all right, Catherine.
Probably. Don't sound too sure, will you, mate?
Yes, hello, my name's Ken Roberts. My wife's concerned about our daughter.
Picked up very quickly.
Yeah, well, she should have been home from school about 2 hours ago. Yes, we tried all that, but nobody's seen her. Well, I don't know all her friends, I suppose, no, but I guess...
Oh, darling, thank goodness you're here.
I'm sorry, she just walked in.
Worried about your father's on the phone already.
I'm sorry to
Thank
bother you.
goodness you're safe.
Fine.
Oh, we've been so worried about you.
I'm sorry, Mum.
Don't you
So
apologise.
you should be, young lady. Where have you been?
Oh.
I was at a friend's place.
For why in heaven's name didn't you telephone us? What's happened to your uniform? Sarah, look at me when I'm talking to you. That's a bruise. What have you been up to?
Hey, you hurt?
What happened, darling?
I fell over on the way home. Went back to a friend's place to clean up.
Well, why didn't you ring and tell us where you were?
I forgot the time.
Oh, well, as long as you're okay. Come on, chop, chop. Hurry up and get changed, otherwise we'll be late for the film.
Oh, you're too soft on her. I made a special effort to be here early tonight. If she hasn't got the decency to ring and tell us where she is, I don't think we should go out.
Oh, don't be so hard on her, Ken. She's never done anything like this before. Let's just be grateful that she's all right.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Another drink?
I think I could do with one.
Washing away the evidence, love.
Hey, look, has she got time for a shower?
Sarah, don't stay in there all night. We haven't got long.
I won't, Mum.
She seems upset.
She'll be all right when she's seen the film.
The truth will out.
Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Good afternoon, Miss Fallon.
I just talked to Lynn Warner. She's agreed to have you as a lawyer.
That's big of her.
Now, look, Mr. Wilson, Lynn's been through one hell of a lot, and the last thing that she needs is a lawyer who's going to push her around. So try to be gentle with her. I know it'll be difficult for
Miss
you.
Fallon, I think that I can manage to handle it.
Good.
going to need some more antiseptic cream, and you better check the stocks while you're at it. Yes?
Is Lizzie being at it again?
You wanted to see me?
Oh.
You can finish up in here
No.
later, nurse. Thank you.
No. You're supposed to have someone with you.
The governor said.
Look, I refuse to be treated like a...
Criminal?
I'm just not going to be watched. What's the matter? You afraid to be alone with me now?
I just don't want you to get into trouble.
Can I sit down? Steve Wilson came to see me yesterday. He wanted to know if you were pregnant when you came into Wentworth. Why didn't you tell me you'd had an abortion? You always wanted children.
Forget it, Greg. It's none of your business.
Echo again.
What am I...
What?
Now, look, I'm the one who got you the lawyer in the first place, remember? I'm the one who wants to see you get a fair trial.
I know, and I appreciate it, but it doesn't concern you anymore.
Just like that. Well, my job's done. You don't need me anymore, is that it?
Don't be ridiculous.
Look, I'm your friend. You can't tell me one day that you need my help and the next to butt out of your life.
You're not my lawyer, Greg.
No, he seems to be coming in a lot to see you lately. Can't have that much to keep going over.
Is he jealous?
What do you mean?
Well, he's an attractive man. You can do with his help more than mine now, can't you?
How dare you? I'm just another prisoner, Greg. Or had you forgotten?
I know when I last spoke to you, I may have sounded a little hard. But one thing you learn in my job is never to build a client's hopes too high. You never know what the jury's going to do or what the court will decide.
Yeah, like Meg did.
I've been in court before.
Yes, well, I've had a look at your record. I think we've got a very good chance of getting a low sentence if we work on the sympathy of the court.
Sympathy.
You'll plead guilty to being an accessory before and after the crime, but it's the reasons that you got involved that we'll be working on, all right?
Reason?
Yes, for instance, although you'll be tried for this crime and the jury isn't supposed to take into account your last trial, I think I can slip in a few of the details and get some compassion working for us. After your release, although you were innocent, people wouldn't accept you back into society the way they should have done, right? Now, the only person to show you any understanding was the man you married, Doug.
Who led him astray?
Did he coerce you into helping in the robbery?
What does that mean?
And did he force you or threaten you?
Doug only wanted us to have a future together. He loved me.
Why did you help him do the job?
He said he and Bernie would do it alone if I didn't help. That it'd be more dangerous. I just didn't want him to get hurt.
How could you get more dangerous than dead?
Good. I'm sorry, Lynn, but there are certain things that I do need to know, even if it hurts. Hey, you still want me to represent you? Good. You got the best in the business. You don't believe me?
It's what Miss Vernon said.
About me?
Him and Jean gonna get off together?
All through for the day.
Yeah, well and truly.
Oh, everything all right?
Oh, yes, just been one of those days.
Well, mine on the whole was rather successful.
Ask you a question like that, it's hypothetical.
How's she getting on?
I don't think she'll be trying anything like that again.
Well, just gonna have to watch her more carefully this time, aren't we? Good night.
Say, Greg, would you like to come round for dinner one night this week?
Well,
Okay.
thank you, I'd love to.
Hang on the doctor.
Great. I can't guarantee what the meal will be like, but the conversation will be marvellous.
You wanted to see me, Miss Bennett?
Yes, there's a parcel for you.
Oh.
I'll have to check it.
But
You heard me.
It's in the dolls.
thank you. Sorry.
Just took Vera for a ride.
Just that I've never seen her so quiet. She didn't seem to enjoy herself at all last night.
Well, it's probably a phase she's going through, Catherine, you know. Feeling embarrassed about going out with Mum and Dad.
You'll have to have a talk to her again.
It'll be a long
I tried
phase
last
for
night, but
teenage years.
she shied away from me.
She did say she wasn't feeling very well, but she hasn't got a temperature. Hope she's not coming down with flu.
Oh, it'd have to be something like that. Normally, wild horses wouldn't keep her away
Don't
from
you have
school.
a temperature with flu? I thought you
You
did.
don't think she's been in some sort of trouble at school, do you?
Why? Did she say something to you?
No. No, it's her attitude more than anything else. Well, it's as if she's frightened to go back to school.
She could have got into trouble with one of the teachers.
Or had a fight with one of her friends.
Oh, she's hardly the roughneck type, love. Oh, well, one day off school won't do any harm. I'll have to rush. See you tonight.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
She's got to tell her. These are not in it for no reason whatsoever. One of them's going to jail, and we're going to guess it's the mother. Maybe the daughter will do something, and the mother will take the blame.
Mum, where are you?
I'm here, darling. What is it?
Mum!
What's the matter? Did you have a nightmare?
The mum's a much better actor than the daughter. I'll
What
give her
is
that.
it, Sarah? Tell me. Please, darling.
He said he was a friend of Dad's.
Who said?
Don't go too into it, please.
Man!
We already know.
Man. What man are you talking about, Sarah? What happened?
The fear's growing in her. Bleep! Sorry, I'm going to have to bleep the R word out.
Oh, George, wouldn't you think they'd get sick of dishing up the same old muck every morning? And if I see another plate of porridge, you're going to throw up everywhere. You ate enough of it? Well, I've got to keep the strength up, don't I, Lizzie? Yeah.
Well, well, girls, look who's here. Good morning, Vera. Lovely day, isn't it?
Hello, Vera.
How are you, Miss Bennett?
What's it feel like not having your old buddy in the same cell, Smith?
You'll never know what a big favour you did me, Vera. Don't have to listen to Monty snoring anymore now, do I?
Yeah, B and I always did get on better when we didn't share the same door.
Don't worry, Ferguson.
What's hell she in
I
there?
haven't forgot you and your friend setting me up.
It was only a joke, Miss
Got to
Bennett.
be with
Come on,
someone.
Lizzie.
Joke. Could have got sacked. Got suspended. Full pay, I hope. Oh no, not full pay unless your class is innocent.
It's just you gave me a fright.
I'll give you more than a fright if you're not careful. What do you think you're playing at?
I don't know what you mean.
Why haven't you handed that parcel to Ferguson?
She told me to wait. Look, she doesn't want the other women to know, so she told me to hang on to it until the coast's clear.
She's going to
When
be
will that
pushing
be?
drugs, be or
Well, I
kill
was
her.
just going. All you have to do is keep them busy while I put it in Monica's cell. Then you arrange to have the cell searched.
I can't order a spot check, not without good reason.
You'll have to think of one then, won't you?
If this doesn't work, you'll regret it.
Excuse me. So you got your job back. Not a lot in there, is
Wonder
there?
how Miss McBride's doing.
I don't know what they were.
Reckon she'll be okay, Frankie?
She's done all right before.
Bloody nephew of hers.
Should have getting out of that town,
Only after her
village,
money.
whatever.
Visiting her once a year. Hope she's not too lonely. How much we got left out of what she gave us?
Nothing.
Bloody hell.
Need some fags.
Oh, I could have got something to eat out of that.
Take more than $1 to Fiji, you great
How
elephant.
much you gave her? $1?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So she had a lot of savings. Could have given her some of that. Yeah. Oh. Thought you were going to eat.
What are you doing?
Looking for a job?
You're off your rock.
Oh, no. All we got to do is find a big place, like a factory, and then we can get into the crowd and no one will check up on us.
Waste of bloody time.
Oh, you got a better idea? Oh, here's one. Packers wanted. That sounds like something we could do, Frankie.
Yeah, but they'll put
Too
the
risky.
tax down.
It wouldn't be so risky if just one of us checked it out. If we split up, just till one of us gets a job.
I've had a gutful of working in factories.
All right, then. I'll go. You wait here. I won't be long.
So Doreen's
Hey,
going to be the
Doreen.
first one to go in. Back in.
You're not running out on me, are you?
You stupid lug. We're a team, aren't we?
She'll be recognised. That's an idiotic thing to do,
Oh, Meg,
Doreen.
good. Vera has just told me she thinks some of the women are planning to break out of prison.
I overheard them talking in the laundry.
Have you heard or noticed anything like that, Meg?
No, but surely they wouldn't.
Oh, well, if Doyle and Anderson got away with it, they probably think they can also.
Some of them already have knives hidden in their cells.
Do you know who are involved?
Well, it sounded like Smith and her crowd, but it could be another one of their little jokes.
We can't afford to take any chances. We'll have spot checks of the cells now.
Has she planted something in there then, or is Viva just going to be made a fool out of?
You're next.
Where's she put her drugs? Don't smile at her.
Flaming cheek.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, Lizzie, what have you pinched this time?
Nothing, I'm going straight.
Quiet. All right, Ferguson, your turn.
Excuse me, Mrs. Davidson. May I ask what you're looking for? Do you think we've smuggled in a man or something?
Mrs. Davidson.
Found them under the pillow. I don't know where the hell they came from, I swear.
Be quiet.
Look, they're not mine, I'm telling you.
Where did you get these?
I don't know. I didn't put them there.
You know the penalty for possessing drugs?
Good job, she's got like 10% coming in.
Now,
She's going to get
Sarah,
killed.
you say this man was a friend of your father's. Can you remember his name?
Jack Harris, I think.
I've never heard Ken mention him.
It's probably just a ploy to get Sarah in the car.
But he said he knew me.
He could have found that out a dozen different ways.
Had you ever seen the man before, Sarah? Perhaps around outside the school?
Would you recognize this man again?
Yes.
I'm going to say, it's not a face you're going to
Description's
forget.
a little vague. Dark hair, brown eyes, about 6 feet, wearing a blue or dark grey suit.
Well, isn't that enough?
No.
Mrs. Roberts, there could be hundreds of men out there that answer that description.
And one of them attacked my daughter. Sarah, can you remember anything about his car? Any of the registration, for instance?
I'm sorry.
Don't you worry. Take your time. Now, what about the colour or the make of the car?
Red. But I don't know what kind it was.
Oh, look, my daughter was being at the time. How can you possibly expect her
Could
to
you go
remember
steady with
what
the
sort of
details,
car
please?
it was? Mrs. Roberts, please, we know this isn't easy, but we'll need all the help your daughter can give us if we're going to find him.
It's going to get worse in court.
Now, this vacant lot, do you think you could find it again?
The defence.
I don't know. I might.
Did he use force?
Oh, really, Sergeant?
Of
He
course
hit
he
her.
did.
Isn't that enough?
Mrs. Roberts, we have to ask these questions.
Did he have a knife or a weapon of any sort? Sarah, do you remember if you fought him? Perhaps you might have scratched him.
I tried, but he was too strong. He hit me and said he'd kill me if I screamed. I tried, but...
Seth, it'll all be over soon, darling.
Mrs. Roberts, could we have the uniform that Sarah was wearing yesterday, please?
Why?
I will send it to
Yes,
forensic.
yeah.
Might tell us something.
I washed it.
I beg your pardon?
Well, she didn't know, though.
Last night. It was dirty. I didn't know then about Sarah, and so I washed it.
I won't ask you again.
I see how this is going.
How can I tell you something I don't know?
They're not going to be able to
I
get a
swear to
conviction.
God, somebody
She's
else
going to
put
kill
that
him.
stuff there, not
Or
me.
the daughter.
All right. You'll be confined to solitary until we get to the bottom of this.
You can't do that.
See to it, Miss Bennett.
Yes, Mrs.
And
Davidson?
see there is someone on duty in the garden at all times. It would be a simple matter for drugs to be thrown over the fence.
I've been set up.
Yeah, I'd be saying Vera because she's got a
I will
vendetta
not
out
have
on her.
this happening again. I want security tightened immediately. Everything coming into the prison must be searched, and I mean thoroughly. I want all visitors searched, and all officers and staff. I can't rule out the fact that a member of my staff could have brought them in, Meg.
I suppose not.
If we can't find out how they came in, at least we can stop any more from coming in. By the way, did you find any knives or anything in the cells?
It's probably as Vera said, a joke.
See, I wouldn't be pinning my fingers on Vera. How are the officers? Vendetta.
Well, how do you think it went?
Where's the rest of it?
What do you mean?
That doll would have held 10 times as many pills as that.
Monica must have already distributed them.
Who did you ring?
What?
Who did Monica Ferguson ask you to ring?
I don't know. I mean, she just gave me the phone number.
You'll have call records.
I tore it up. I can't remember what it was.
Your aunt's not going to let this rest, you know. She'll go flat out to find how that stuff got in here.
She'll only know if you tell her. But you wouldn't do that.
Blackmail.
You could lose your job. Oh, don't worry. I won't say anything either. I mean, I may need you.
You little bitch.
Viva doesn't know what she's let herself in for.
Mr. Roberts, you're sure the name Jack Harris doesn't ring a bell? I mean, you could have met him some years ago.
No, I never heard of him, Sergeant.
All right, well, that's all we need at this stage. Thank you.
That's what happened in Wentworth with
darling. I'll be up in a minute.
Vera and Jax. Is it Jax?
We'll bring some photographs around for Sarah to look at, Mrs. Roberts.
Photographs?
Known sex offenders?
You mean there are men out there that you know, and you do nothing
Bleep.
whatsoever about it?
Sonny.
It's the court's job to
Unbleeped
put them
on
away,
Patreon.
Mrs. Roberts. We just try and catch them.
We want this man caught, Sergeant.
And so do we. But I'll be honest with you, we haven't got much to work on. Well, a vague description of the man, no idea of the make of car, and it won't be easy. And it's unlikely, if we do find him, that it'll stand up in court.
What do you mean?
Sarah didn't report straight away, Mrs. Roberts. She waited over 15 hours. She had showered and her uniform was washed. Normally, in cases, the victim has to be examined by a police doctor as soon as possible.
Well, you called in our own doctor, didn't you?
Yes, as soon as Sarah told me. And he confirmed that she'd been molested.
Does Sarah have a boyfriend?
No. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, we have known cases, Mrs. Roberts, where a girl has a boyfriend and they have intercourse and the girl gets scared, says she's been...
Now, look, we brought up our daughter properly, Sergeant. That means she knows the facts of life. If she says she's by this animal, then we believe her.
Yes, Mr. Roberts.
I do apologise about the bleeps.
Well,
of
we'll
this
get back to you.
scene. I have to be very careful
What the hell
now.
didn't she tell us last night?
She was ashamed. She didn't want us thinking badly of her.
Oh, why would we do that, for crying out loud?
Maybe we've expected too much of her. Maybe if we hadn't put her on such a high pedestal, she might have found it easier to confide in us.
How long's Doreen been gone? Just keep your head down, you won't know. Doreen, steady, thank you. Just turn your back on him. She's getting paranoid now. How long till that paranoid turns to
May I have the incoming parcels book, please? I don't care how innocent a parcel looks. I want it and its contents checked thoroughly. If you have any doubts at all, I expect to be advised. Have you put someone in the garden?
I've been there most of the afternoon. Bella's just taken over.
Monica Ferguson hasn't received a parcel since she's been in here.
Well, it could have come in by a visitor.
From now on, I want 2 officers on duty in reception. They are to check all personal belongings of visitors and staff, and at no time is a prisoner to have physical contact with any visitor. I shall also want spot checks on the cells at odd intervals. Is that clear?
Well done, Bardsley. You've made their lives even more hell.
I just can't figure it. I mean, Molly's never been into drugs. It's just not in her. She may have been an aspirin freak, but that's as far as it goes.
Or maybe she wanted to make some money inside.
Yeah, there are enough
got
druggies
shot.
in here to make a killing. Oh, God, I don't know. Look, I've known Molly for years. She wouldn't.
There's some people who do anything for money.
You know what really gets my goat? Is that we're not going to have a shred of privacy left us, and all because of some bitch. And I'm not saying I think it's Molly either. They're going to be watching us so carefully we won't be able to spit in private. And I'll lay you 100 to 1. They'll be searching our cells every chance they get.
Yeah, why the hell couldn't you brought in some booze? God, you could get hooked on those drugs, but Plonk never did nobody any harm.
Did me.
Oh, shut up, Lizzie.
5 years.
Frankie? Frankie? Where are you? Frankie, it's me.
Where have you bloody well been?
I went for that job. I told you.
4 bloody hours couldn't have taken you that long.
They gave me a test run, packing some fruit.
Did you get it?
Blew it, Frankie.
Doesn't look recognise her.
Oh, I was doing real good. Then I got hungry. I only took a few bits, but I didn't know anyone was looking. Oh, I'm sorry, Frankie.
You'd have made a lousy packer anyhow.
But I got us somewhere to stay.
How come?
Oh, well, I met this guy I knew years ago. Funny, I met him just as I was coming out the factory. Small world, huh? Anyway, he doesn't care what I'd done or nothing. And he said we could bunk in with him for a while, you know, just till we get on our feet. For old time's sake.
Why didn't you think of this bloke when we first broke
That's
out?
2 accomplices.
Thought you said you didn't know anyone.
Yeah, well, that was just because I didn't know where he lived. His name's Todd. Toddy.
Where is this bloke?
In other words, he wants
His
his
house?
leg over.
Oh, no, he works on night shift. That's why we could move in. He won't be back till the morning.
Did she steal the key?
You just met him today, didn't you?
Oh, no, Frankie. Honest.
Yeah.
How come he's letting us move in, Doreen? You had it off with him, didn't you?
So what if I did?
What?
It got us a roof over our heads, didn't it?
Oh,
and you
easy,
weren't coming
see.
up with anything better.
I could have waited until she got the place.
I'm sick of running, Frankie. I just want to stop for a while, that's all. It's not going to kill me. Just for a few days, till we think of something else, okay?
I just remembered Frankie escaped from Wentworth as well, but she had a better reason for doing so. Please don't keep using that word again, please.
Oh, did you have a bit of a sleep? What's wrong? I was just remembering back a couple of years when you wanted to join the pony club, remember? And then you had that accident and
Not like those
you fell
pajamas.
off and you hurt yourself.
I didn't want to go back.
No, but I said you had to. Otherwise, you'd always be too scared to ever ride a horse again.
Dad didn't want me to go back either.
Aren't you glad you did? You're really awfully good now.
Mum, what'll happen if they catch that man?
There'll be a trial.
When?
Will I have to go?
Yes.
Yes, Sarah.
Why?
Well,
Why do you
they'll
think?
want to ask you some questions. And they'll want you to tell them that that was the man.
I can't. I can't face him again.
But he's got to be punished.
I don't want to, and I can't see him again. Nobody believes me anyway.
Darling, we believe you. And your father and I won't let you be hurt anymore.
Is she going to do something to her?
What are you doing out here?
I wanted to see you. I've been doing a little thinking, Vera. It's not going to be very comfortable in here. You know, being watched all the time.
It's the same for everyone.
And I'm used to a bit of privacy and a few home comforts. Something like a portable television, for instance. Or colour, of course.
You're supposed to be getting telly
I'd
from
like it
him.
in my cell. Don't you think that'd make life a little more bearable, Vera?
Not
That's
with the women.
impossible.
Oh, no, it isn't. Some women are allowed special privileges. And I'm sure you could arrange it through Auntie Erica. Of course, I couldn't pay for it, but I'm sure a friend like you would be able to do something about that.
Don't try and blackmail me, Davidson.
Blackmail? Oh, I wouldn't say that. I'd just say it was payment for services rendered. As soon as possible, Vera?
Don't count on it.
Is she going to tell the other women exactly who got her job back?
Now, if I ever find you or anyone else hanging around Ferguson's cell again, I'll see you all spend a little time in solitary. Where's Barbara Davidson?
Here.
Where have you been?
Nature called.
Again.
Is that all right, or do I have to ask permission?
Solitary for that, Meg, please.
Did you find out anything, Bea?
I reckon Monica's innocent. I don't think she had anything to do with those drugs.
Well, has she any idea how they got into her cell?
Well, that's what we're going to have to find out. And the cow who did it isn't going to get away with it if it's the last thing I do.
It was probably Vera.
Probably. Anyway, whoever did it is going to be very sorry.
I think she suspects her.
Sometimes you can take the law into your own hands to see that justice is done properly.
I honestly think she believes her. Believes her.
Sorry,
Suspects
I'm late.
her.
I had to catch up on some work. Well, how is she?
I had to call the doctor again. He's given her a sedative. Did you have to go back to work?
Well, there's nothing more I could do here, Catherine. You know that. She would have needed you more than me. I think the sooner we all get back to normal, the better it will be for all of us.
Don't forget what's happened, you mean?
Oh, no, of course not.
Ken, what are we going to do?
Well, there's nothing much we can do now. Let the police handle things. Although...
Although what?
No, nothing, love.
Oh, come on. What were you going to say?
I don't think they're going to catch this bloke, love.
But they've got to.
Oh, what if they do? What then?
Keep saying you're not in it for nothing.
Just means that Sarah's going to have to go through the whole thing again. Relive every moment.
Not wanting
God, don't you think I know that? She's my daughter and I know what she's going through. She's going through hell because some animal. Well, he's got to be punished. He's got to be made to suffer. He's not going to get away with this. I won't let him.
Yep, definitely her going in. I don't know what she's going to do. I don't think she'll bash him. She'll do something more than that. I think she will try to kill him. If she does or doesn't, I don't know. To be honest, I hope she doesn't. I hope she really hurts him badly. He survives, gets prison. That's what I want. Don't condone violence whatsoever. Not at all. But you know, you can't get away with that. I do apologise about the bleeping that I'd have to do there. If I want any chance at getting monetised, I may have to start taking out those kind of words. If it's just once or twice, that might be fine, but repeated like that many times, then maybe not. I don't want to take any chances. I want to keep my channel up. I want to keep content coming for you lovely people. So hopefully it doesn't go on too long with stuff like that. And they did use it, 8 times in one scene? So, I'm still enjoying this. I'm glad that I've got this coming weekly. And I hope you are too. Sign out. Yeah, so I don't think that Erica's niece is going to survive this, or if she does, she's going to be seriously hurt by the end of it. She is starting to play each other off each other. She still not asked for the TV for the women, which she said she'd try to do. She's asked for the TV for herself, but not the women. I'm not keen on her. I don't like her. I don't want her to die. I want her to get transferred as soon as possible. I mean, because if she gets killed, I might have to do more blurring. And I don't want to do more blurring, thank you. I do apologise about the blurring. Like I was saying in the credits, I have to be extremely careful with what I put in. I do want to get monetised, not for own personal gain to buy a mansion and stuff like that. No, I want to come off benefits. I want to be a taxpayer. I can't do much because of my issues, not just mental, I've got physical issues as well. I mean, even buttering bread for, like, if I butter 4 slices of bread, I'm in pain by the end of that. So unfortunately, I'm stuck on benefits as of now. It's my dream to get off them, and if I can do this to get off them, that is marvellous. Like I say, it's not to get a big mansion and big cars and like top-end cars, stuff like that. It's merely to make me become a taxpayer again. But I digress. Is Monica going to get extra charges for this, having drugs in prison? Because that is really going to make her fly off the handle. Is the guy who slept with Doreen going to dob them in? Or is Frankie going to get jealous, so jealous about it and going to bash him? I thought they'd been caught in this episode, if I'm honest with you. I thought the cops would have been swarming. I thought they would have, like, had nowhere to hide. I knew she would have been caught by that guy. It could have been a plainclothes officer, I suppose. But no, it was too casual. I didn't think she was going to. But as I said in the sign out, I am enjoying this. I'm glad I brought it weekly. I hope you are too. I'm trying my hardest to get so far in front right now. The problem is, with it going weekly, there's only so much I can do. Only so much. So, if you have subscribed to me so far or followed me, thank you ever so much. I really do appreciate you doing so. It's really helping me out. It's helping the channel out. It's helping my mental health out. If you haven't, could I please beg of you to do so? Whether on YouTube or Dailymotion. Dailymotion does get the exclusive shows that YouTube doesn't get. Although, as of recording this, it has kind of died now on Dailymotion for some strange reason. Got 10 followers, but not getting no watch time. I don't know why. But it's increased a bit on YouTube. But I've also got a Twitter that'll let you know what I'm up to, what's going on, what shows are upcoming. Also, if the channel goes down or hacked, it'll let you know what's going on there as well. And whether you need to move over to Dailymotion for the rest of my content. I do advise you to, even if you've subbed to me on YouTube, to follow me on Dailymotion as well. Because the problem is, if it does go down, you'll have my content there, except Reaper. You won't have Reaper, because it's not allowed on Dailymotion. But once again, I thank each and every one of you who has or has given me the chance. And to my Patreon members, it is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content straight back to you. Thank you all ever so much. I don't know why I did it differently there, but I love you all no matter what tier you are. I apologise about that. I'm not redoing it. Shake things up a bit and things like that, yeah? So with that, I shall sign out and go to the next one and hope to see you there. Goodbye.